All right, so today we have the pleasure of having with us Mark Malachi, I'm inviting up to lead us in the blessing. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah. He'll explain a little bit about that and share with us the blessing of the first night. All right, Mike.
Well, the joy is mine to be here with all of you and to initiate the celebration of Hanukkah, which is all about light and miracles. And so I'm going to light the shamash, or the helper candle. And just a linguistic thing, I used to confuse that with the word shemesh, which means sun. You can see they're related, but shamash is helper, shemesh is sun, if you are interested. So about 150 years before the birth of Jesus, Jerusalem was invaded by the Syrian Greeks, and the king of Syria, King Antiochus, forbade all the Jewish people from performing their religious customs. And one of the major things was keeping the Ner Tamid, the sacred light that was a symbol of the everlasting light that, of course, never burns out, but if you want it to exist in the third dimension, it helps to have something aflame, like this Advent candle or this shamash. And so in order to get the Ner Tamid lit, they could only find a tiny amount of oil. And that tiny amount maybe would last 2 hours, 3 hours, but they needed it to last 8 days so they could reconsecrate the temple. Because there were a lot of prayers to say and songs to sing, and it was, just a normal Jewish thing which involves a lot of singing, dancing, and eating. So they lit the small amount of oil, and they just had faith that the oil would last long enough, and in fact, it did. This little amount of oil that would barely last a couple of hours lasted for the full 8 days. They were able to reconsecrate the temple and make what was unholy holy again. And so we light the Hanukkah menorah, one extra candle each day for 8 days. So tonight is the first night, so we light the first candle. And just so you know, this is the helper, so this stays lit anyway, so you don't count that candle. We'll light one candle tonight, and tomorrow night, 2 candles, following night, 3 candles, all the way until the 8th night, when all the candles are lit, and that celebrates the light of God, the light that exists in all of us, the light that we know and feel as the truth of reality. And so I will light this blessing, and if you know it, please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. And there are 2 other blessings. I'm just going to do that one blessing, but the other blessing, one is to celebrate miracles, because a great miracle happened. This tiny amount of oil lasted the whole time necessary to rededicate the temple, and so it was a great miracle. And the other theme is just light. So, and I'll just say a word about miracles. I think I brought a dreidel with me. Do I have it somewhere? Oh, here it is. It is in my pocket. And a dreidel has a little spinning top. It has 4 sides to it, and each side corresponds to the Hebrew sentence, Nes Gadol Haya Sham. A great miracle, Nes is a miracle, happened there. And if you care, in Israel, their dreidels say, Nes Gadol Haya Po, a great miracle happened here. But we have dreidels that say, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, a great miracle happened there. And it's a game you play, and if it lands on one of those sides, you either put more money or candy in the pot, or you could get half the pot back. You can get the whole pot. So it's a fun little game that kids used to play, and well, kids still play. I used to play it. And here's the dreidel. And we just want to celebrate the miracles that happen, just like it happened 2,100 years ago. They happen today. They happen right now. And we'll hear more about that from our wonderful minister. Thank you.